Well, hey everyone, welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. Hope you're having yourself a great day. Having some computer trouble, so sorry if I'm looking down over there. Hope you're having a great day. We're going to talk about Crucible of War today. This was a big day with the TCG Player market sale. We had a lot of things last week with the unlimited print run. We saw a significant increase in value in both unlimited and first edition. Let's see what happened this week. We had, spoiler alert, we had a big retracement, but we also had some specific cards going up. We'll talk about all that. If you want access to all this stuff as a collection tracker, head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. You can get access to a collection tracker that looks a little bit like that. And you also get access to a 10% off code over at Midtown Merchant. So all the time is 10% off day, not just today, like it was for TCG Player. But anyway, let's hop into this and let's see what is going on with Crucible of War. So sealed boxes right now. We're seeing significant increases in sealed first edition boxes. So $850, $850, $860. You've got some selling for $888, $900. Then on TCG Player today, you had multiple sales over $900. They're getting 10% cash back here too. Keep that in mind, but they're also paying taxes. So, $900, $875. That's why I put it at $875 was just kind of the price point today. They're currently at $965 on TCG Player. eBay also has like an eBay bucks thing going on right now. That's like 5% back. If you're like a specific person that has asked. So, that's kind of affecting right now. So you're up 19%. Keep in mind, this is the least printed set in all Flesh and Blood history. Probably, that's not official, but most people would agree based on the unlimited print run if you add them up together. And I think that's why a lot of people are feeling so confident about Crucible War right now with the rest of the stuff that's also going on. Meanwhile, unlimited down to 113. So keep in mind, distribution still kind of has it. If you look at this graph, it's really interesting. So this is when print announcement was out of print for first edition. It jumped up to 450, and then you can kind of jump up to 600, and then a little retracement. I'm not going to call it the same retracement. I think first edition holds a different idea, and especially way back here. But this is what happened. We had boxes floating from distribution for like 6 weeks, and that's what happened with the market until they ran out, and then jumped up and then jumped up. So it'll be interesting to see if we follow a similar trend here. Maybe like we shoot up and then we kind of stay stagnant. We'll see where we go. I know distribution still has some boxes kind of floating in, so we'll see how long that lasts for them. All right, let's hop in and see what's going on. Arknight Shard at 3,200, nothing huge, just another sale. The unlimited shard though down to 450, down 30% from last week. So similar trend there to the box price. If you look at that, it's almost identical, the number right there. So interesting to see that. That's where the shard is. All right, let's hop into first edition, see where the cards are. Let's get through this together. So Cheyenne, we had a sold listing there for $28.50 on the good old eBay. There's also one that sold for $2,400. There's one sold a 9.5 sold last week for $3,200. That's starting to look like a really, really good purchase. And so that's kind of where the Cheyenne goes. I'm going to be playing Cheyenne next week in our ultimate pit fight game with Team Kitchen Fable and Hometown TCG. Can't wait to be playing Cheyenne. Meanwhile, the Twinning Blade Extended. Let's talk about that for a second. Twinning Blade Extended. So you may criticize my price here, but this is my logic based on this. I had Twinning Blade Extended at around $1,000, and we are starting to see BGS 9.0 sell for more than Raw. And you may disagree with me, and that's fine. But I wanted to highlight this. 2 weeks ago, or a month ago, a BGS 9 sold for $2,000. This is what that one looked like. Hold on. Did I pull up? This is that one. It was a 9 with 8.5 corners. So less than this. It was like a 9 minus. I don't know how to do all that. This one is a 9 quad plus. and only sold for 1,000. So there's some softness in Twinning Blade, even at the 9 level. And it's rare that we have kind of multiple sales of a graded card in Fab in a row. So I just wanted to highlight that and share that. That's why I put it down like 15%. I tried to kind of guess at what the price point would be on it on a raw. So I had to try to guess, but that's kind of where I guessed it at around $850. You might disagree with me, and that's fine. You can let me know in the comment section. Meanwhile, the Tunic is sitting at just around $200. All right, Majestic Cold Foils had a great week. We're up 9% here. We're starting to see some just trickling up and down. A lot of this is due to TCG Player. There were a lot of cards sold on TCG Player today. And just kind of moving in and out. Again, 10% back feels pretty dang good. Courage Blade hold at $730. Crater Fist at $550. Purge Grapplers. This one was actually on the good old eBay. Purge Grapplers selling for $550 and $550 Canadian, which is actually a little bit higher than $550 USD. So Purge Grapplers kind of moving quite a bit. We've got let's see where else. We've got Metacarpus Node at $520. You've got Breeze Rider Boots actually dropped to $380. Skullhorn went up to $350. All in all, we're an average of $512, which is up 9%. Let's keep it moving. Let's see where we're going. Rare Cold Foils, we're up 2%, 111. Edge of Autumn has moved up to 140. Let's see. Centauri Sabers didn't make it on this. This number should be a little bit higher, actually. Centauri Sabers went up today. There were some people that bought it up. I must have added it and it not got pulled into the data sheet. But Centauri Sabers sold for 140 and 177. So that's going to put the average up just a little bit. It shouldn't affect the EV that much. For some reason, it didn't get pulled in, probably because I just didn't wait long enough for this sheet to update. But, some sold listings going on there. Everything's up a little bit. Again, TCG Player Sale, it's going to be interesting to see how this all balances out over the next couple weeks. Now, here we go. This is the big stuff. This is the things that we need to have some conversation about. There's some interesting stuff going on in the Majestic category of Crucible of War. For first edition, we're seeing significant increases. 9% this week on rainbow foils and 9% on non-foils. For Unlimited, we're going to see significant decreases compared to last week. But compared to 2 weeks ago before the print run, we're still way up. Very important differential to talk about. Biggest highlight of the week is Coax of Commotion. And yes, I own quite a few Coax of Commotion, and I have been buying Coax of Commotion. You've known it on this channel. I've been buying Coax of Commotion all the time. I love Coax of Commotion. I've been saying since I heard PvE was announced that it was going to happen, since I started thinking that PvE was going to happen 9 months ago, I said Coax of Commotion is the soul ring of from Magic the Gathering for Commander. It's the soul ring of a PvE format or a multiplayer format for Flesh and Blood, and I really believed in that card. Well, now that PvE has been announced, and I will admit that I bought some of these last week, now that PvE has been announced and we have the supplementary set coming, people are speccing very hard on Coax of Commotion. In fact, if you pull up Coax of Commotion over on TCG Player right now, there's a very few listings, only 17 listings. This is for the Unlimited Normal. You're sitting right there. If you switch it over to First Edition, it's a very there's not even an Unlimited Rainbow Foil that's currently listed. First Edition Normal, there's just not that many cards out there. If you have these to sell, this is probably the time to sell them. But also just know that this is being spec'd on for a reason. It's not just a random card. It's being spec'd on in a reason, and that reason is the potential supplementary set that potentially includes some form of PvE or multiplayer format that gets the common folk interested. Remorseless also way up. There's a sold listing for $124. Somebody bought two of them at $124, $125. Remorseless. Dread Triptych also up. Feigned Death, Gorganian Tome. Lots of movement going up. We also saw some softness in some of the Rune Blade, and particularly the Wizard cards were pretty soft this week. So, all right, looking at regular Majestics, again, Coax a Commotion there. Breeze Rider Boots here. Lots of the equipment. Snag. Lots of things that we're typical of. Finally, a little bit of upwards movement. It'll be interesting to see how much of this is dependent on the TCG Player Sale this week. Also, it could be dependent on the announcement of Crew U going out of print. So, Rainbow Foil Rares also up 8%. Regular Rares up 8%. Rainbow Foil commons up 10%, and regular commons are up 22%, which is kind of funny. Yeah. All right, let's hop in and take a look at the EV. We're up like 4 to 5%. If you open up 40 boxes of this and don't sell the commons, you'll be sitting at $713. If you open up a case so you don't hit a Fable, you'll be sitting at $633. Keep in mind, a huge percentage of this is the Majestic Cold Foil. And then no Fable, no Legendary, you're sitting at $534. Now, the Majestic Cold Foil takes up a big percentage, but keep in mind, if this was a different set, the Majestic Cold Foil or the Legendary would take up about a fourth, and this is less. So you still have a wider spread in Crucible, which is super nice. All right, yep, let's hop in. Let's talk about Unlimited. We'll kind of move through here pretty quick. Your tunic is sitting at $200. This is very similar to price of the first edition. Not a huge surprise there to me. Simply put, they're both reprinted. It's kind of like the budget version of a tunic right now. Cheyenne at $150 took a huge loss. Kind of crazy. Here's Cokes of Commotion again. Rainbow Foil up to $20. Absorption Dome at $1.25. You can see a lot of these are going down as a result of the just the market just saturating based on the print run going out of print. The market was like, oh, we can sell our cards now and make some money, and people are going to be speccing on them. Well, it doesn't look like people specced as hard as people spec the opposite. You'll see the total we're down. I don't know why these aren't loading still. I'll have to talk to my data guy. Unlimited regular Majestics, again, Cokes of Commotion, the only card that is up compared to last week. Keep in mind, compared to 2 weeks ago, we're still significantly up. You're still up like 30% compared to 2 weeks ago, which is great. The print run announcement did do something, just did a lot at once, and now we're retracing. And it'll be really interesting to see how this rubber band's back. Looking at Unlimited Rainbow Foil rares, we're actually up 9%, and regular rares were up 36%. Commons were down 2%. Regular commons are up 2%. So you can see how big of a spot this Majestic regular takes up in this. The Majestics are essential for Crucible Unlimited. You can see the Rainbow Foil Majestics were down 33%. The regular Majestics were down 41%, which is huge. Keep in mind, 2 weeks ago, they were up by a lot. It puts your average box average, if you're going to open up 40 boxes, at $140 per box. Puts your box average, you're going to open up a case, at $129 per box, and puts your box average if you only open up one box at $114 per box, because keep in mind the Majestic regulars take up a huge tome of that. So again, $114 per box. If you look at sealed product, right now you can buy boxes and make your money on singles, even with a huge retracement downward due to, again, the market being saturated. A lot of cards were picked up today. It's very interesting to see people speccing on things. Keep in mind, things can be reprinted. Something like Cokes of Commotion, I'm not sure that they would reprint it. I mean, this is going to take up a generic Majestic slot that is going to be needed for Command and Conquer and Art of War, essentially, and E-Strike. So like that Majestic generic slot is going to be pretty sought after for the next set. I'm not sure we see Cokes of Commotion there, although it would make a lot of sense flavor wise. That being said, this was not a super expensive card when they were probably preparing for that set. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of where the market is for WTR, not WTR, I'm exhausted today, for Crucible of War. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you bought today. I'm very, very curious to know what you bought today on the TCG Player sale. If you did buy, I know I have a bunch of orders to fulfill. I'm kind of saving up for some big purchases, so I took advantage of the sale as a seller today. I actually listed all my stuff as a seller and then upped the prices by like 15% last night. And that got me a lot of sales today. And so I basically got rid of all the fees that I would have been paying on TCG Player. So anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of it, and we'll talk to you later. Be kind to the people around you.